And we're live. Oh, as promised. Let me adjust myself. And of course, I promise you an amazing training, a wonderful good evening to all of you on Facebook, and of course, a special welcome to all my boss queens around the world. It's Sunday night. I'm extremely high-vibed. I'm a little bit off at the fairies. Because tomorrow I'm leaving on a jet plane and I'm heading to Dubai. I'm so excited. So anyone that's joining in, you're in for a good time. I can promise you this. I've got an amazing training for you, how to beat the self-sabotaging behavior. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who's joining in. Make yourself known. Let me know where you're tuning in from, whereabouts from the world, whether it's evening if you're in Europe, if it's afternoon if you're in the US, or if it's the top of the morning on Monday morning in Australia. I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to talk quick. I'm going to give you some really awesome content, and I want you to take some notes if you can. If you're somewhere, I don't know, just on the couch, or you're on the road, or you can't take notes, and that's fine, then you just type in replay and you can watch the replay tomorrow, and you can go through this. So it's 10 steps I've actually made notes, which is very unusual, but it is a very important topic because I hear it all the time. People have the best intention. Hi, Bernadette. Oh my God, long time since I've seen you at the gym. Hello, beautiful Becky. Oh my God, you and I, we've been meaning to catch up forever. So let's actually make that happen, okay? But self-sabotage is definitely a topic that we all suffer from. We all have the best intention. We all, like, especially on a Sunday night, we kind of get in the spirit of things, and we know it's Monday. We want to make Monday, this week coming, the best week, and then something happens and we kind of fuck up, okay? Yes, Becky, please, kudos. We need to make a time to connect. I still remember us hanging out and completely meeting out of random, well, actually, it's not been random because the universe always has a purpose, but that afternoon hanging out with you has been one of the most extraordinary afternoons in my life because it was so divinely timed. So let's catch up. But going into the topic, self-sabotage, listen. First of all, if you actually watched my Facebook Live yesterday, I talked about the reflection part, right? So ideally, you want to take some time tonight and go through the 5 questions that I posted yesterday to help you really connect on this week, really set the tone and give yourself some gratitude on the progress that you've been making, as well as set the tone for the next week, because it's really important that we do that. And I've talked about how reflection, hello Anna, mein Schatz, how reflection is so important if you want to make progress and if you want to track your progress, because we get extremely impatient, we're extremely hard on ourselves, we overestimate what we can get done in a day or in a week, but we underestimate how much we can get done in the long run. And I truly find that the questions I post yesterday is going to be an amazing exercise for you to reflect on your week and also set the tone for the week, okay, ahead. So please do that. It literally takes 15 minutes to half an hour, and I think it's absolutely non-negotiable if you ask me. Now, to talk about today, self-sabotage. Hands up if you've ever set the intention to do something, and then somehow throughout the week you found yourself self-sabotaging yourself. Hands up if you've done that. Give me an emoji. Drop it now. Best example that I know is on a Sunday, we are so committed to a health journey. Hello, spring is in the air. You can see I'm not wearing a jumper today because it's actually warming up outside. Spring is in the air, and I know everybody's ready to get their boss queen bodies in shape. And we set the intention on a Sunday. Yes, this week I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to eat sugar. I'm not going to eat gluten. I'm not going to eat dairy. I'm going to hit the gym 5 times a week. I'm going to be so committed. I'm going to work out so hard. I'm going to eat every 3-4 hours, whatever you have to do. And then somehow you find yourself during the week having a crazy ass day, come home, and either you sneak past like some driveway, or you open the fridge and you pour yourself a glass of wine, you drink the glass of wine and you go, fuck it, why did I do this? And you beat yourself up about it. And I get it. I've done it plenty of times, okay? It's not about really beating yourself up. It's not about being super critical of yourself. It is just about to understand why you do what you do. And of course, having the intention to do something, that is the part of your conscious mind, the conscious brain that says, yes, I do want to be a better person. Yes, I want to operate at my full capacity. Yes, I want to have a smoking body. Yes, I want to have full energy and do this and create money and create an impact and be an influencer, blah, blah, blah. And then you still mess it up because unconsciously you've got something going on, and that is the part that we need to change. So if we want to make change, it's no good just to have the intention. We actually need to follow through. Yes, if you get that, give me an emoji. You understand the difference between intention and then somehow being led by your unconscious, aka the part that you don't know, and that's getting you to do things that you don't understand. You just feel like, fuck, why have I done this again if I didn't want to do this? Okay. So with that in mind, I want to give you the goodness. I want to give you the goodness to tap into that part of you that regulates your behavior, right? Because we know everything starts here between your ears, okay? If you want to change your reality, if you want to change the way that you live, the way that you see things and perceive things, if you want to change that external thing, aka your reality, you need to start with changing internally, because obviously everything starts here. How you think about something, how you feel about something, that will lead you to an action. That in turn will lead to behavior over time, and that over time will be part of your identity. Yes, so yes, okay? So obviously if you want to change your identity, if you want to change the way you do things, you need to go all the way back to really think about how you actually feel and think about stuff, aka you need to do some mindset work, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 steps. I'm going to go through them really fast. So if you don't have pen and paper ready, hey Danny, by the way, hello, loving who's tuning in tonight. If you don't have pen and paper ready, you are going to watch the replay. So type in replay. You can watch it in your own time tomorrow. You can do this exercise, and I promise you, it will change your life. It will certainly change the way you see things and do things, especially when it comes to self-sabotaging. Okay, so step number one, I'm going to look my notes. Step number one, obviously, take pen to paper and write down what is your self-sabotaging behavior, okay? 95% of success is actually having the awareness around stuff. So if you don't bring the awareness to it, then of course you're kind of lost, because you just kind of go with the flow and you just get frustrated and you just get bitching about shit, but you actually need to take responsibility. So the first step of taking responsibility is to actually call it is it like spade by spade. So number one, write down what it is that you do that is getting in the way of you living your ultimate best life. Oh, hello cat. Hello cat, do you want to hang out too? I think he wants to go outside. So let me get the cat out of the way. There you go. So number one, write down what it is that you do that's actually bugging you, that you know is not actually getting you to live your best kick-ass life, making the most of every day. And then step two, here's an interesting question. Ask yourself, why do you keep hanging in there? Why do you keep doing what you're doing? And of course, you know, you may say, I don't know. And I'm like, I get it, because if you did know, you would have changed it by now. But we also know that every time you say, I don't know, you're actually tapping into your unconscious, okay? And we're here to really expand on what's your boundary condition, what is the limit of your comfort zone, so we can dig underneath it, so we can expand your comfort zone. So please ask yourself, right? Why do you keep hanging in there? And here's an even sneakier and even more important question. What part of you likes to struggle? Bam, I know I've said it, because you're like, but I don't want to struggle. I don't want to keep doing this thing that I'm doing that is stopping me from calling in the clients, the money, the body, the health, the relationships, the travel, the fun, and all the things that you want. But actually, a part of you is somehow attached to the struggle, and you're getting something good out of it. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be doing it. And so we need to tap into what we call the secondary gain. So you need to understand that your mind, your body, the universe, no one wants you to struggle on purpose. No one wants you to have to fight harder than it's necessary. So you need to understand, like, what part of you actually attaches themselves to the struggle. Why do you like to keep struggling for no good reason? The fact is that for you, there is a good reason, okay? So I hope that you get that, and I need you to really get honest about that. It could be that you like to hang on to the struggle because it's actually protecting you from something. That maybe actually playing small is good because you're not putting yourself out there. You're not going to like face the judgment or face, feeling inadequate or face feeling whatever you're feeling, okay? So there's a part of you that likes to struggle, and you need to understand what part of you likes to attach themselves to the struggle, okay? Yes, thank you. So Becky's saying, oh no, struggle secondary gain. Absolutely. So we need to kind of dig a little bit deeper, and I really appreciate that we can talk really honestly about this. So number 3, ask yourself, what are you scared of? Because obviously, okay, you're, what are you loving? Are you loving my shirt? Oh yes, a friend gave it to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Haha, thanks Nancy. So what are you scared of? Okay, so yes, we need to understand what part of you likes to attach themselves to the struggle, because there's a secondary gain, but also there's a fear underneath it. And like I said, it could be the fear of not feeling worthy enough, of not feeling good enough, the fear of being judged, the fear of feeling inadequate, the fear of not being able to maintain at that level if you truly give yourself permission to shine at that level, okay? These are like the common fears, but you need to understand and figure out what your fear is. And obviously there's a whole array of fears, and fear is nothing bad. We all know fear is false evidence appearing real, and we need to understand that fear is here to protect you. And I get that, that's a primal instinct, and fear will never go away. So you can actually not become fearless, because fear needs to protect you so that you don't run over the street and get hit by a car, okay? So fear is there to protect you, but it's up to you to call bullshit on that fear and understand that, hey, I know that you get it. I know you get it. You want to protect me, but I know better, because I cannot be the best version of myself, make the impact at that level that I want to, because it's important. My purpose, my calling is important. I've been put here on this world for a reason, a really good reason, actually. So you need to ask yourself, what's your fear? Okay. Number 4, right? You need to call, my favorite word, call bullshit. Okay, so understand that no one has any power over you apart from you. So if anyone's going to make some changes, if anyone's going to make you feel confident about yourself, it's you. Stop seeking external validation. Stop looking for evidence. I mean, you can ask for evidence. The universe will give you evidence, but only if you decide to call bullshit on that behavior, and you decide that that part is no longer going to play an intricate part in your life. And then what you're going to do is you decide how you want to show up instead and what you want to believe instead. So step 4 is you call bullshit, and you make a conscious decision to start integrating that new version of you into your business and into your life. If you can still follow me, give me a emoji or some love, okay? Step 5. You create the beliefs around what you choose to believe, okay? So if you think about who you need to become in order to have all that you want, of course, that next level knows, okay? And it may not be a conscious part of you, but I'm telling you now that you've got role models. If you don't know how to show up and how to act and how to, think, feel, and do the things that you can do, just look up to your mentors and really start picking pieces that you wish to integrate into your own identity. You get to choose whenever you want to make an upgrade into your identity, because remember what I've said, if you want to change your reality, if you want to have more money, more clients, more abundance, more prosperity, more amazing sex, more friends, more travel, more freedom, then it's not because of anything external changing, it's because of you and your identity changing. So therefore, once you decide to call bullshit on those old beliefs that were tied in with that fear, tied in with that self-sabotaging behavior, you decide, actually, I choose to give myself permission to believe that I am good enough. I give myself permission to feel worthy. I give myself permission to feel and act as the CEO of my 7-figure boss queen empire. Bam! Right? So you choose your new beliefs, okay? That's step 5. Step 6 you release and you surrender. Okay, this is where you take all this craziness and all this energy and you actually release it. Okay, the biggest gift that I can give you is please release and surrender to the universe. The universe, God, source, whoever you believe in has your back. The universe wants you to have everything that you desire. The universe wants you to feel the abundance and the prosperity that is there, because it is a whole lot there around you. You just need to make room for it, give yourself permission to feel worthy of it, and give yourself permission to receive. Okay, step 7. This is crucial. Now that you identify the new beliefs of that new identity that you want to step into, you got to prove it to your unconscious mind. You're like, hey, you know what? Because it's one thing to saying, oh, I choose to believe worthy. I choose to feel really confident. I choose to be a sales gun. I choose to be a money-making machine. And I choose to believe that now money works for me instead of me working for money, right? For example, now what you got to do is you actually got to prove it to yourself. You got to prove to your unconscious that this is the new belief set that you're tapping into, and you need to take one massive leap of action that is obviously tied in to that new belief set. And it doesn't have to be something like extraordinarily crazy, out there, wild. Of course, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But it could just be that, it's doing that Facebook Live tonight. Maybe you're finally getting on Facebook and you're sharing your message. Maybe it's actually calling up that one person that you know would be an amazing partner in your team. Or that one person that you know wants to work with you, but you haven't felt confident enough to really close the deal. Or maybe it's you applying for this amazing speaking gig that you know you have so much value to add to, but you've been chickening out, okay? So do something that is going to prove to your unconscious that you're serious. Prove to the universe you're serious. You're serious into stepping into that next 2.0 version of yourself. You get it? Yes? Give me some love. If you got questions, because I know I talk really fast because I'm extremely high vibe tonight, then ask me questions. Step 8. And I'm going through them in a minute again. But step 8, once you've done that action, you literally go and reaffirm these new beliefs daily. I trust that you have a mindset ritual, a morning success ritual, and that journaling is part of your ritual. So you're going to reaffirm these new beliefs, and then all you need to do is become aware of your triggers. So if you can see yourself going back into this old behavior that actually you already released and surrendered, but if for whatever reason it's trying to sink back into you, you need to become aware of your trigger. And here you need to do this. You need to go number 9. You need to remind yourself of your purpose. You need to remind yourself of your calling. You need to remind yourself of your big, what it is that you're looking to create and why. Okay, get the emotion behind of it, because you always know, as they say, you're only just one decision away from a new life. Okay, one decision. And in that moment where you know you're going to do this self-sabotaging behavior, you're going to have a trigger. A trigger could be something that you see, something that you feel, something that you hear, right? Something that someone says to you, and something's going to happen that's going to make you go back. But because of that awareness, remember I've said awareness is 95% of the success, okay? Because of that awareness, you're going to notice that trigger, and you can ask yourself in that moment, what is more important to me? Because if I tend to go into that self-sabotaging behavior, which is a choice, you have that choice at that moment, you're actually only going to pull yourself back. But if you remind yourself of what it is actually about that you're here to do, if you remind yourself that actually life is not about you, but life is about what you can do for the world, and you remind yourself, importantly, why, right? Mums out there, your kids are your biggest driving force. For me, my unborn baby girl is one of my biggest driving force, because I want to make sure that I map the path for her. I want to leave a legacy for all the girls, the next generation girls that are coming into this world, to truly believe in themselves, to truly understand that they can have it all on their own terms, #NoFuckGiven. So understand yourself, that what is the why, what is the purpose, what is the calling, and that hopefully should give you enough fire to make a better choice. And then number 10, repeat whenever necessary. Yes or yes. Is that like quick, but is that really good of value? Thank you. I appreciate the love. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go through the 10 steps again. I appreciate they're probably easier to give to you than actually to implement, okay? But I'm going to go through them again. So, ladies and gentlemen, for my fellow boss queens and kings around the world, if you really are committed, if you are committed to stop playing small, if you're committed to truly make 2018 that year where you choose to become unstoppable and you finally step into that wild, worthy woman that you're always called to be, follow these 10 steps. Number 1, call the self-sabotaging behavior. Write it down, bring the awareness to it. Number 2, ask yourself why you're still hanging in there, and especially what part of you likes to struggle. Number 3, what is the fear behind it all? What is it that you've been so fearful of that you actually let this fear paralyze you and not motivate you? Number 4, call bullshit on that fear and decide that actually this fear is perhaps not even true. It's probably just an assumption of, oh, maybe this could happen if I do this, but you don't know for sure. And also make a conscious decision to start integrating that new version of yourself who no longer does the self-sabotaging behavior, integrate it into your business, into your life, knowing it starts with your identity. Number 5, create new beliefs around that identity. Choose to really give yourself permission to believe new things, okay? And I literally do this. I give myself permission to feel worthy. I give myself permission to be a worldwide leader. I give myself permission to do this and that. And eventually, the more I write this statement, eventually I let go of, I choose to believe, and it's just like, I believe it. But again, of course, it's repatterning. It takes time. Every single day, reaffirming. Step 6, release and surrender. Please, please, please know that universe has your back, okay? Please, it's like, I can't even say anything about that. Number 7, take one massive leap of action to really confirm to yourself and to the universe that you're dead serious about upgrading and really integrating into that new version of yourself, and do something that really proves to you that yes, you are worth it. Yes, you are good enough. And yes, you're not going to get into flames or get up in flames if you actually do something courageous, okay? Number 8, become aware of your triggers, okay? So next time, because it's going to happen, I'm telling you, you can go in cruise and then something happens and this old ego, this old version ego is trying to pull you back. And you just need to be aware of the trigger. Know that once the trigger is there, you can make a conscious choice to go the different way. And number 9, the way you do that is remind yourself of the big picture, the goal, the calling, your purpose, and of course the why, right? And number 10, repeat as necessary. Boom shakalaka. I dropped the mic and here I go. All right, questions. Becky saying, your energy vibration is off the charts. Why aren't you hosting your own TV show? You are so beautiful, bold, authentic, and kind. Thank you. Let's catch up soon. Oh, stop it. You're actually going to make me blush. Thank you. Well, that is in a manifesting scheme of things. I would love to have my own TV show. Actually, let's reframe that. I am going to have my own TV show. Yes, I'm meant to be on TV, clearly, but thank you so much. I really honor your beautiful words, and let's catch up. I'll drop you a message after this, and let's make a time. If you have questions, ask me the questions now. Otherwise, feel free to get into the replay and, of course, comment your questions there. If you feel that this is something that really is like triggering you right now, if what I'm saying is making sense to you and you're like, holy shit balls, actually there is shit I need to take care of. There's things that I'm doing that I no longer need to do because it's actually holding me back, then drop me a message, okay? Right now, I've got probably 2 or 3 spots left. I've got a lot of one-on-one clients. I will be launching a new group program and I'm going to be announcing that soon. But because I'm heading off to Dubai, that's going to have to wait just for a little while longer, but I'm opening spots for 2 or 3 more people. We can either do one-on-one work and it is an ongoing work, or we can do a VIP days. My VIP days are boom shakalaka, will actually change your world in about 3 hours flat, okay? So if that is triggering you, if it's exciting you, if it's also scaring a little bit, you know, the shit out of you, or you got a little bit of poop in your pants right now, because this is serious talk about taking responsibility, about stepping up and stepping into your worth, please let me know. I would love to help you. And of course, if you've got questions, let me know. Apart from that, if you got value from this, Please share this Facebook Live because there's so many more women around the world who need to know this, who need to know that they are worthy, who need to know the tools and the strategies to finally call bullshit on playing small, call bullshit on their self-sabotaging behavior, and finally step into their worth, dominating on their own terms, having it all. Hashtag no fuck give it. So thank you for hanging out. I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll be checking in either before I head to Dubai or once I get in there. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Much love to you. Bye bye.